Welcome to Daybreak. I'm Joe Young, manager for the Village of Oxford, and we have Debbie Uren, the president of the Oxford Chamber of Commerce. And we're here today to share with you the many things going on in our great community here in Oxford, and lots of events and activities and developments happening, Deb. So maybe you can start with some of the things happening at the Chamber.
Well, you know, the most recent that has happened is we now have our theme for the Christmas parade.
Oh my, Christmas already.
Yes, I know. Fall is in the air, but here we are. We're already thinking into the winter time. Yes. But our theme this year is going to be Rock and Roll Christmas. And we had a contest for young people to give us ideas for themes, and at our chamber board meeting we made our decision, and Caleb Benai is the one who won with Rock and Roll Christmas. So for those of you who are having parade entries, this is your theme, and we will be judging on who is the closest to the theme and has the best choice for that.
Right. I think you had like 10 or 12
we did.
Entries.
Yes, we did.
Very good ideas and comments.
We had a lot of good ones. It was kind of hard. It was hard to choose, but we all really agreed on this, so I'm looking
the
forward
rock and
to
roll,
that.
I made a comment about, well, now that could be the Flintstones, you know, rock and roll. But
yes.
besides the music time, the 50s, 60s, and 70s,
so there's a good thought.
You can be creative, because one of the things is creative, I think.
Being very creative, yes, yes, and not just thinking of the music part of it, but like you say, the Flintstones car. And the Christmas parade, by the way, is going to be on December 5th. So looking forward to that.
2 o'clock, right? 2 o'clock on Saturday.
Yes, yes. Right. And then coming up is our 13th annual Women's Expo, which is going to be at Boulder Point. That's going to be on Thursday, October 8th, from noon to 6. And the first 200 women in the doors they'll be receiving a bag that will have our sponsors' names on there, which our sponsors this year, it's always sponsored by McLaren Oakland, but our platinum sponsors this year are Independence Village and the Oxford Leader. The Oxford Leader always does a good job on promoting this for us in the paper, so we appreciate that. Gold sponsors for the Women's Expo are Clarkston State Bank, Genesis Credit Union, and Lapeer County Bank and Trust so far. And then our silver sponsors are Skelnick Ford, Stormax Storage, and Training, Treatment, and Innovations.
Yeah, TTI.
TTI.
Very good.
So we have a number of vendors already. We're close to 40 vendors that have signed up so far. But if you are interested in becoming a vendor, please just log in to, send off an email to our chamber director at info@oxfordchamber.net. And Nicole will get you all set up for a vendor booth here.
Great. Very good.
We also have our upcoming Mix and Mingle. That's always the last Thursday of the month. And that's going to be Thursday, September 24th from 5 to 7 at Italia Gardens. They always do a nice job there, and it's really a pretty place. So hope to see you there for our Mix and Mingle. And Coffee Connect is always the first Tuesday of every month. And our Coffee Connect location this time is going to be at Curtis Insurance, right on Washington Street. That's from 8 to 9 on October 6th on a Tuesday.
Greg Clay will be there to welcome you and Brenda. And right downtown.
Right downtown. And being that you mentioned Greg Clay, kind of going a little further into my notes here, but Greg is now one of our new ambassadors. The Chamber is now starting our ambassador program, and Greg Clay and Cynthia Francisco from North Spa they're our first two ambassadors. So we are really excited to get this program going, and being that we're getting new members every week, if I can just announce who our new members are that have just come on board. We have Barbara Leonard from Indian Wood Real Estate, Brian Burney from Burney Directive, and Karen Schmigelski from Willow's Edge Healing Arts Center, Anthony Wilson from Carroll Stream Motor Company.
Oh,
The last, and that right now has been, I know there was another one, Kathy Siebold. Kathy Siebold has become a new member as of yesterday. So we were, you know, the chamber membership is growing, and we're just so pleased
Right.
about that. So
well, many of these businesses I've not heard of, so that's a good way to get your name out there and
Absolutely.
know who you are and what services you offer. It looks pretty interesting here. but
Yep.
The directive, the Brian
Burney from Burney Directive.
Bernie, okay.
Yes,
Directive.
yes.
That looks interesting. And the Healing Edge Heart Center and a motor company too. Carroll Stream, that's interesting.
Yeah,
See what they're into.
different types of businesses, and this just helps to broaden what all we have to offer
Right.
here in Oxford. So, really, so pleased about that. And speaking of TTI that we had from our sponsor, they're having a garage sale. On Saturday, it's an indoor garage sale on Saturday, September 19th, from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. So that's going
right
to
there
be
at the Mills Shopping Center there.
Yep.
1500 South.
1500 South Lapeer Road, and cost is $20 to rent an 8-foot table. So, you have any items that you want to see if somebody else is interested in? It's a good place to get started. We also just want to help to promote the Uren Chamber's Healthy Body, Healthy Mind Expo. That's going to take place on September 24th. At Kings Court Castle from 5 to 8 p.m. They've got a ton of things going on there with healthy food choices and a soup and stroll, that type of thing. So once again, for the Uren Chamber, at their Healthy Body, Healthy Mind Expo on September 24th.
That's a Thursday evening. So, great.
And for our DDA, we've got our upcoming Scarecrow Festival coming up.
Right.
So that's going to be the scarecrows are going to be on display October 1st, and picture day for those scarecrows is going to be October 5th. So
If you go on the website, you can get the application form, because businesses and residents can enter in the competition for some of the unique, creative scarecrow. One's about the best use of recycling, and one's best with the theme. So go on the website or stop at the DDA and see Joe Frost, the executive director, and get your scarecrow out there.
yeah. Also for our Parks and Rec, they're sponsoring the Senior All-Night Discount Cards. With that, it's a Senior All-Night Discount Card that will help support the 2016 Senior All-Night Party. So just give Dawn a call at 248-628-1720 for further details.
Very good. All right, well, lots of activities. We've got a few more to share with you when we come back in just a few minutes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Your local business.
Your police department.
Your local business.
Your Village of Oxford.
The schools. Your parks and recreation.
Your community. Your community.
Only on OC TV.
Hi everybody, I'm Terry Stiles.
And I'm Bill Service. I'm the producer of our Community Access. For nearly 10 years, Terry and I have been bringing our Community Access into your living rooms to keep you informed about what's happening in our communities.
We've all had great fun at our community events such as Lone Ranger and Strawberry Festivals.
We brought you natural wonders such as bees and ceremonies to bless them.
We've kept you informed of election issues and how your votes affect all of us.
And we've told you about our local artist important fundraisers that help the ones you love.
We've helped you get to know our new business neighbors and much, much more.
But we're not done yet. There's much more we plan to cover, so watch us weekdays on Charter Channel 191 and AT&T Channel 99 at 9:30 at 1, then at 7 o'clock, and Saturday at 9:30.
See you there.
woke up and for the first time, the animals were gone. Our clocks are ticking now, so before our time is gone, I cover my eyes, still all I see is you.
Welcome back to Daybreak. Joe Young here with Debbie Uren, and we're sharing with you the many things going on this fall, and we got lots more to tell you about too. And one I wanted to talk about for a minute was last weekend we had the first Oxford Vintage Market in the Park, and that was sponsored through Salvage Sisters and Chic Antique, and they had over 40 vendors there in Centennial Park, including food vendors, Victoria's Delight and Witches was there, and Isla Wild Coffee, and the apple cider mill, Yates, that's what it is. Yates Cider Mill was there, and they all did well in spite of the rain, which came in the morning and then in the afternoon. But we had 40 vendors, vintage items there. It was a big success in spite of the rain. They mentioned they had over 1,000 hits on Facebook of people saying they were going to attend, and we pretty much think they did because their parking was pretty hard. There were a lot of people parking on side streets, and I know the restaurants did well, the retail businesses did well. So for a first-time event, we want to thank Sherry and Barbie and Lori for putting on this event. They're looking to do it 2 or 3 times a year, so if you didn't make it this time, we'll keep looking forward to upcoming events where they want to make it bigger and better every year.
Excellent. Great
Some other events in September, the 19th, which is this Saturday coming up, so I may not hear this in time. There is the 7th annual Gears and Beers bike ride. It's for the Believe in Miracles Foundation. It starts at noon right behind the museum, so that's an annual event to take in. And in October, Deb had mentioned about October 8th being the Women's Expo, and that's on a Thursday. Well, October 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, there are other events you can take in. So if you got something to keep you busy all weekend, we got, as I said, the Women's Expo on Thursday from noon till 6. And then on October 9th, Parks and Rec is having their annual Halloween Road Rally, and that's like a scavenger hunt. It starts at 5:30. There's teams of 4. There is a fee of $120 for the team, but that includes dinner and a fun time. And again, the registration deadline is October 1st, but that's October 9th. And then our Scarecrow Festival we mentioned, but before on the 10th, which is Saturday, that morning, there's a dirt road derby. It's a 40-mile gravel road race or ride with cash prizes and great food and drink after the race. It's being put on by Main Street Bicycles and 51 North Brewing Company in Lake Orion.
And that benefits the Pollyant Trail and Banbury Cross.
Yes.
So that's great.
So that's Saturday morning at 9 a.m. You can ride your bike for 40 miles and then come back for the Scarecrow Festival at 10 to 4 downtown, where Oxford Farm and Garden is bringing back their obstacle course and the fun games for the kids.
Great.
Goddard School will be there with their games and activities. The Chamber of Commerce will be there with dealing with the chili cook-off. We got 3 or 4 restaurants already signed up for that. Of course, this is sponsored by the Downtown Development Authority. Merge Art Galleries is going to have a costume contest and activities going on.
Pet costume parade, huh?
Yeah, pet costume parade at the park. There's going to be hay rides going between Merge and the Centennial Park. We're going to have live entertainment as well, besides the judging of the costumes and the scarecrows, both at the businesses and at your homes. So be sure to get in on that, and don't forget, that's on Saturday from 10 to 4.
October 10th.
Lots of things going on there. And then October 11th, if you're still into riding, Oakland County's got a Hidden Forest Trail Run, which includes a run and a walk, going from 2.5 miles to 8.5 miles. On Sunday, October 11th, it starts at Independence Oaks, and the races start at 9:30. The information is available at the Oxford Township Parks and Recs office right there by the police department at the village. So that's what you got for that weekend. So
wow.
Then, later that month, on October 24th, the Pollyant Trail's putting on their 2nd annual Zombie Run. And that's an event that starts at 6:12 p.m. because that's when dusk apparently comes on. And
6:12.
It's time to have a run. It's about a 3-mile run. It's in Uren Township. It was a lot of fun last year. There's prizes there as well. And yes, you'll be trying to run from zombies as you go through the trail there in costume, of course. And you get a cool T-shirt, and there's a fee of $30 for each runner. But check the Pollyann Trail for this event coming up on Saturday, October 24th at 6:12 p.m. And then at the end of October, we have Girlfriends Walk. It's a Wednesday, October 28th from 5 to 9 p.m. It starts at Centennial Park. They're collecting for Love Inc., Little Luxuries, and includes, personal soap and perfume and shampoo, different items, toothbrush and things.
Makeup, shaving, toothpaste, toothbrushes, dental floss, any personal items that you can think of to help out people in need. New items such as underwear for both women, children, men, and that's really greatly needed. So, it's things like this, and I've worked at Centennial Park for the Girlfriends Walk in past times, and the amount of items that people bring, it's just amazing. It's carloads that end up leaving that night, and it's so helpful, and it gives you a good feeling of knowing that you're coming there for enjoyment for yourself, but you're also helping others by making these very small donations. So Love Inc. is definitely a wonderful personal ministry that helps others, and we as Oxford people, we enjoy doing that, and Girlfriends Walk has been such a success over the years.
Yeah, it was Retail Event of the Year on Main Street, Oakland County in 2010, so it's been going on 6 years now. We have the downtown businesses, but also we'll have Gen X Limousine running down to White House Village Shops and some other businesses on the south end of town. It's all put on through Pink and Charlie and Sweet and Savory Shop, Soothe Your Soul, Funky Monkey, Victoria's Delights, Ella Fashion, Be Different, Creative Embroidery. And they're going to have music. DJ's going to be there, and it'll be a lot of fun that evening on Wednesday, October 28th from 5 to 9 p.m. So we got lots of activities and things going on. And speaking of activities and events going on, we got a lot of business activity going on,
We sure do. My gosh, this town is hopping.
Yeah, I know they're remodeling downtown the former Ella Fashion site next to Salvage Sisters for the Lori's Pet Paradise.
Yes.
She'll be moving and relocating in that new facility here soon.
And Lori has been down in the downtown business area for 12 years, if I remember correctly.
Wow.
And now she's going to be right on Main Street. So what a wonderful position for her to be.
And she's moving to make room for the new Falling Down microbrewery, which is coming.
Yep.
Probably next spring when that'll open. But they're also being relocating the AAA insurance development there. But we got this one microbrewery, and again, we've got lots of activities we're going to share with you in just a minute. We're going to take a break for a minute and come back with other things happening here in the village.
Great.
Thank you.
OCTV is our community.
I would love to have all the local World War II veterans on my life. Just think about it. These folks were born around World War I, grew up during the Depression and Prohibition, and then went to fight for us in Europe and Japan. What great stories they could share. What examples they are. What inspirations. Some of them and others are coming up on my life Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. and 5 p.m., Saturdays at 10 a.m. If you have any suggestions, please call us at the station. We'd love to hear from you. This is John Ochins. Join us on Oxford Community Television, keeping it local.
Welcome back to Daybreak. Joe Young and Debbie Uren, and we were just talking about some of the developments that are happening, and there are many going on. Besides Lori's Pet Paradise making room for the new microbrewery falling down, there's also a second microbrewery coming called Homegrown Brewing Company, and they're looking to go into the former Vets Hall, the Oxford Township Veterans Hall at 28 North Washington. We shared with the previous sessions the plans they have to have indoor eating area with the brewery and then an outdoor patio area. Look very nice, and that's looking to open in the spring of next year.
Now, did you mention that it was their son who's been doing all of the brewing?
The father.
The father.
The father
okay.
has been. He's a local person, and his two sons are going to be partnering together with his wife to
Wonderful.
make it a family business
Big
here.
family affair. That's great.
So we have those two microbreweries coming up next year, and one firm's looking at doing a production facility too on Broadway Street with Dave Weckel, and who knows, more things might be coming forward from that. But
I'm
it's
sure.
Something new and exciting coming for looking forward to next year. We also have Villa de Gucci. They're in the process of moving across the street to their street front where they actually can be seen, because where they're at right now, they're kind of hidden by where the new microbrewery is going to be going.
Right,
so they're
right.
looking to relocate across the street, so we're excited for them for Villa de Gucci. We have a new building going to be going up between the telephone building and the dentist, right there across from the bank. It's Dr. Becker Eye Care. It's going to be a 4,000 square foot building approximately that they're looking to start construction on later this year.
Wow.
So they're relocating back into town. I guess they started their business many years ago in the village, and now they're moving back. So that's a new business development there.
Great, great.
So lots of good things going. And then the former HealthQuest site, a business called Brain Balance Achievement Center is moving in there. They're renovating that, remodeling that, and it'll be interesting seeing that. What they're going to do is, of course, Brain Balance, help you out with schooling and other things you might need. So it'll be interesting to see what they have to offer.
Yeah, I saw the activity going on over there. I go to Parker Vet. And you know, I parked in the parking lot there, and I'm like, I wonder what's going on in there. So we knew something new was coming in town, and that's great.
Yeah, and they do have a space in between Michigan Eye Clinic Center and the Brain Balance of 1,000 square feet that's available if anybody's interested in a business right there in M24.
1,000 square
just
feet.
give us a call, and we'll get in contact with the owner. Also, Curves, a former Curves building, I believe it's 21 North Washington. Roger Knapp has purchased that, and he has looking for a tenant there. It's about 1,100 square feet. So we got some available space available right on downtown Oxford. Some businesses might be interested in. So lots of great things going on. The development, from the development standpoint, we have Dave Weckel, who's working with the Downtown Development Authority to trade their two DDA lots for a parking facility, parking parking lot for 58 spaces. And then Dave is intending to build two or three story buildings on those sites, and perhaps a third building as well off of Broadway Street. So
Boy, that's really going to change that out there.
Yes, and it'll be a mixed use with office and retail, and also hoping on the third floor to put some condominiums. So some very nice condominiums downtown if there's a market and demand for those. So that's exciting new development, and that's going to be up for the DDA and the council to consider approval of. And on the housing development standpoint, we do have a purchase agreement pending with Chuck Snyder to develop the 98 Glassby property. It's almost 3.5 acres, and he's proposing to put in 76 housing units, a 3-story building with 36 units, and potentially 40 single-family homes. So that'll be a big boom for the village and the downtown by having 76 new families move in.
Wow.
With not only increasing business downtown and the restaurants, but of course increasing the revenues and the service to provide for the services we have here in the village. So we're excited about that development. So those are major things that we haven't seen for a long time.
Exactly.
Speaking of housing, we have 3 houses being built right now on Bay Point Drive in Oxford Lakes Estates. There's a number of lots available there yet, and they are being sold and developed. there's been, I think, 12 or 15 houses built in the last 2 years, including on Dan Ludwig on Lakeville Court, or Melvin J. Court. He's down to, I think, 1 lot left out of his 15. So he's doing well, and again, there's lots of opportunities on Oxford Lakes Estates too for housing, and a lot going on with that. And we're excited about those things going on and the business activity. I know we had also a veterinary coming into
Right, Bell's Veterinary Hospital is coming in. They're going to be located south of the village, and they should be opening up probably within the next month or so.
Well, they're going with the Canine Academy?
They're going with Canine Academy.
Right.
So, I mean, you see that huge development that's taking place down by the bowling alley there, Collier's. And, you know, it's really nice to see something that large. And Bell's Veterinary Hospital is located also in Metamora. So they're coming down here as well.
Great.
And I'll tell you, with all the animals that we have in the community and the surrounding areas, our veterinary hospitals are really very, very much needed around here. So it's nice to have them being in the area. And you know, we're kind of, these vacant spots that we have are slowly but surely filling up. Love it, love it.
One other development we mentioned a couple of shows ago was across from Myers at the old Searay building. There's that Activity Community Center. It's being, I noticed somebody's mentioning it's under construction right now.
Yes, the Legacy Center.
Right, that's
yes,
Legacy.
And that is going to be just filled with a number of things that are going to be more for the children.
Right.
They're talking about building a swimming pool there that is just
awesome
for the children. And that'll be very nice, a nice safe place for the kids to swim. They're going to have healthy food in there, just a number of different types of businesses all under one roof. So you can see a lot of construction going on there. I'm looking forward to seeing what all, you know, comes into that area.
Right. Well, that'll be exciting, and you know, getting our children and ourselves more active is what we want to strive for. Because I was viewing a video about 50 years ago how we lived and how we grew up, and what we were doing, and we were always outside doing things. We weren't inside with our face buried into an iPad or a computer, and that shows the impact by not being physically fit as we should be, and also something we need to all work on, including myself, on that end. It's never ending. Every day you need to work on that. But this will be another opportunity for our children to get more involved.
Exactly. Yeah,
and,
get them out of the house, away from these computers and
Right.
phones and all of that, and just get them interacting with one another like they should.
Hopefully have a happier and healthier life.
Yep.
And we know school's on, and we're excited for the kids and all the activities coming up, and we got all these events and activities going on in town, and all these new business developments. So lots of things going here in Oxford, and we're pleased and happy about that. And just give us a call anytime if you want to help out or be involved at the Chamber or the DDA or the Village or Parks and Rec or the library. We all could use help from time to time, and want you to be involved, and you'll be rewarded and feel good about it too. So
that's the whole thing. You'll feel better about it too. Just being part of the community, not just living here, but actually getting involved. We all would love to see more participation.
You bet. You bet. Well, that'll close us this week for Daybreak. I want to thank you for being with us, and Deb, thank you.
Thank
and
you,
look
Joe.
forward to seeing you again. Have a good day.
Bye-bye now.